Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Matty.
And I'm Lewis.
This is the Wigan Way, Wigan's favourite rugby league podcast.
He'll put you in his trap 'cause he's a union man. He's got it all figured out. He won't care what you think 'cause he's a northern man. He's allowed to speak his mind. His
Did you see Yusuf Aiden's suplex tag
Suplex City.
in the game? He proper went full blown WWE.
Yeah.
Decided to drop someone on his head.
Bad that, isn't
But
it?
do you know what the weird thing is that reminded me of? That's not the first time
Yeah.
we've seen that. Herdaker got done for one, didn't he?
Yeah.
A good couple of years ago now.
Ben Pomeroy for Catalan famously got done for that. Was a German suplex.
I was trying to remember who it was, yeah. I remember a Catalan player, Ben Pomeroy, yeah. German suplex.
Was there not another bad one in that same game?
As Ben Pomeroy.
No, as Zakharek, sorry.
Didn't that, someone for Lee, Kyle O'Donnell got done for Tombstone Pile Driver.
Yeah,
On a York player.
he did. Yeah. Like, we talk about tackles being outlawed and little things that like creep into the game. And then you just drop someone on the neck.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't feel like it, doesn't need to be like an outlawed tackle. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think
what I
they
mean,
need, don't
like,
need to crack down on
things
it.
like chicken wings, and you go, oh, it's a chicken wing tackle, it's a hip drop tackle, whatever.
Yeah.
People, there shouldn't have to be written down rule against the fact you can't pick someone up and drop him on his head.
You know when you say,
it's got to be common sense.
you know when people say, they love the 80s rugby, Vossi's awesome 80s and all that, and they go, you know what, shoulder charge was just part of the game. The chicken wing, it was just part of the game. Cannonball, it's just part of the game. You got to get on with it. I don't think this has ever been part of the game.
Just picking someone up and dropping him on the head.
It should never have been part of the game.
it's just mad. It's always
Cumble the throat. The Balmain against Manly, where he does pick him up and drop him on his head. He loses it backwards, so ref waves play on, and then the guy who picks it up gets hit with an almighty headshot, which then gets blown up for.
yeah.
Like, you're gonna
There was
let
a bad one in Origin as well, wasn't there? Not necessarily like German suplex style, but spear tackle. But proper dumped them on the neck and they all ran in and started fighting as they do. I can't remember who it was now. It was a good couple of years ago again, but I know it's always in the highlight videos and you're trying to do big hits and he comes in, picks him up and just bang on his head.
You know what I love most about this one? Is you'd already give a penalty away
I had his shoulder charge to me.
for like an attempted shoulder charge. Then he tries to do him on the floor. And then he gets up and just puts his hand up. I didn't mean it, lads. It was an accident.
That hand up is outrageous. How can you just put your hand up and just go, yeah, sorry, got that one wrong? Like, that's what you do when you knock on. That's what you do when you throw a lazy arm and he just hits you and you go...
the ball your arm bounces up off the ball and catches him high.
You can't go after someone 3 times, drop him on his head the 3rd time and just go, yeah, sorry, got that one wrong, hand up.
I think that, and his reaction to the ref.
He wasn't actually surprised to be seen.
Yeah, but when she gives the red, shaking her head like as if he's been hard done to. It should have just been a yellow. Like,
Well, a few people have argued that, I don't know why. Because he dropped
people like
right on his head.
blind or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But also asking for a green card in the stands. Just to the
Yeah, I'll give him a green
Give him
card.
a green card.
Commentators of the day, sorry. I know we're trying to move on, but even the commentators don't get that rule.
I know.
Someone's gone for a HIA. Should be a green card.
Yeah.
I heard that was that a Thursday game.
I
That's a Thursday
think
I
it was
game.
remember
the
which
Thursday
one.
game.
But I know which... I remember picking up on it as well. The guy was holding his head. Oh, there should be a green card here. There should be a green card. And he's holding his head. It can't be a green
Just not the
card.
rule, is it? Not the rule. Should we get on to this game then?
Yeah.
Beating Leeds at home, 24 points to 4.
It's always a big game, isn't it, when you play against Leeds, or it always feels like a huge game. This felt... I think probably because of the time of the season, where we just had the Challenge Cup semi-final, and amazing win, that they just felt like a huge game.
Yeah, it felt big this.
We wanted to back it up, didn't we, after the
Yeah,
semi-final?
I guess that's what it is. And Leeds didn't have the semi-final, so they were fresh. They've been media darlings. Everyone loves Leeds at the minute, and everyone loves Sevo scoring all tries, and Jake Connor's playing better than ever, which I thought he was doing. Lockie Miller shout for
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, and Brody Croft shape for Man of Steel. Brody Croft maybe get a big money
Ash
move
Hanley,
away.
I was going to say, there's a few
Ash Hanley for England. Yeah, it's like a lot that's going on with Leeds, and it was nice to just, well, it was nice to play them at the game, just like we did with St Helens the previous week, and anytime you can beat Leeds is a good time, especially the age we are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any age really. Leeds have always been a big club, and so any chance you get to get one over on them is much appreciated.
They are a bit like Saints in that respect, aren't they? That it don't matter what form you're in, you always feel like they can turn up and like do you on the day, or you can go there and.
I want to beat Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to beat Leeds anytime I get a
But
chance.
also, mentioning Saints, that now means we beat the top two in back-to-back weeks. I know one was in the cup, but it's a big point to make. Obviously, we had struggled. We hadn't been great.
It does wash out the taste of losing to the bottom two. Definitely, with all the overreaction and all the panic, to then put these two performances.
No, we're
together.
happy clappers.
Oh yeah,
It was an overreaction. We were.
yeah,
Happy clappers.
Yeah.
That's the right word, isn't it?
yeah. And we were scared to criticise the club. I don't know what we would have criticised them for. What could the club have done? The club knocked on so many times against Castleford. Didn't defend in the middle against Huddersfield. The club blew a 14-point... What the club going to do apart from sack Matty Peake, which we all agree it was too early for?
Yeah.
Off 2 games.
Yeah.
But the club, we should have criticised the club more for some reason.
Contracts. We should have criticised them for contracts.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I quite like the fact that Bevan French and Jay Field and Liam Marshall and Harry Smith and Junior December and Jake Wardle. I like that they all play for Wigan.
And Zach Eckersley is now signed up for 4 more years.
I wouldn't like it if they play for other teams.
If we could go and get an Australian.
We could go and get an Australian. Like who? We could have let Bevan French go, and we could have had money to spend on Jake Arthur. Seriously.
Jake Arthur catching strays.
Well, he probably wouldn't have caught any strays if the Hull fans didn't compare him to Bevan French when he arrived.
Very true. Very true. Big win though. 24 points to 4. Obviously, it was. We were well in front at half time. 16 points to 0. We did absolutely everything right here. From moment one, really. Got in the arm wrestle early. Leeds' pack is physical, and we dealt with it.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got field position, we were clinical.
Yeah. Very clinical. There were moments in the game where Leeds were really strong, and we rode those again, similar to the semi-final. We had to do a lot of defending again. I
know it's probably the last bit of this game, but the Seavor try was the 4th repeat set.
Yeah.
It was something like that, yeah, 3 or 4.
Defended something 22, 23 tackles. It's a phenomenal effort to stay in the game and not concede. Leeds have got good players. They're allowed to score tries.
Yeah, and you can. For me, what tries do you want to? What tries do you not want to concede? Weak ones down the middle.
Yeah.
So to defend 3 sets back to back.
From your own half.
Seavor scores. Yeah, literally dropouts from you defending your own line for 3 sets essentially. Seavor scores. That's a tongue twister. Seavor scores out wide
off the back of fantastic centre play.
Yeah,
which Ash Handley is allowed to do.
It's like, you know what? If you're not going to concede 0 every single game, you're going to. It's inevitable. You're going to concede tries. Like I don't mind conceding those 3 back to back. They scored the last blade of grass out wide. Absolutely not a problem conceding that.
But think again that try was scored. Last blade of grass. They missed the conversion.
And it stays a 4 possession game. Yeah.
It's really almost a perfect game, really.
It was a good professional performance, and I was really pleased with it.
Yeah. Should we get into the tries?
Yeah.
Jack Framond opens the scoring 5 minutes in.
Good try for kick.
Yeah.
Talked about it before. It's something we've added in this year.
And we nearly scored again straight away with exactly the same move. Like we definitely targeted a weakness there.
Yeah, I think it's the clear difference. So in the last few weeks, we've really targeted that second row centre spot, using someone like Walters on December alongside a Kieran and Wardle to attack the ball. Because early on, we probably went a little bit to Zach Eckersley, who is his own threat in the air.
Yeah, and that's still open up. Do you know what I discovered today? This try would have been disallowed in the NRL. Kieran goes up with one hand and pats it back with one hand, and you have to go with two hands, otherwise you're a disruptor.
It's a bit weird.
It's a bit stupid. No,
It's a bit
weird.
stupid.
It's a bit stupid.
What they were saying, I know the reasoning behind this. They were saying that people were jumping
With one hand.
with one hand with no attempt to hit the ball to just put the attacker off. So it's not a genuine.
I think
play
it was
for the
also
ball.
some people were catching the ball with one hand and using the other hand to pin down the other person's hands or something like that. It was like someone was unreal at one-handed catches and was really dominant, and they went, "Got to stop it.
Yeah,
You can't jump up and bat it back or try and catch it with one hand now."
It is definitely something I think that's changed for me when we were kids watching though, like attacking kicks. Because I think when we were kids, you'd put, maybe this was just because of the wingers you had back then playing, but obviously you'd put you just expect Pat Richards to beat his winger, so you kick it right on the winger's head. Joe Monaghan for Wire springs to mind.
I was going to say it was always like that. They'd play against each other or whatever, and Richards would always get his attacking kicks, and Monaghan would get his.
But it's like our winger will beat your winger in the air, whereas no, they're dropping them like you said, centre second row. Winger hands a little bit back. They're going up there with the intention to knock it back, not really catch it. Kieran December and Farham and Eckersley are hanging about at the back, 10 metres behind, ready to get on the scraps when they knock it back.
I suppose
it's definitely a new tactical thing.
The exception that proves that rule is that Tommy Makinson has been for years that winger that you kick everything to Tommy Makinson, and so it feels like he's the one. Oh, he's so good in the air. Yeah. Maybe he is, but also he gets the most service in that area.
I do think that comes again down to defensive structures. I think the wingers drop so deep now. Even they're almost like behind the in goal line.
It's the death of the grubber as well.
Yeah.
Because of the 7 tackle set, the grubber's dead.
The in goal line, you don't want to drop it on the in goal. Oh, sorry, on the try line. Really, you almost want to drop it a little bit shorter and a little bit safer. 7 tackle sets just kill all attacking kicks. I'm sorry, I'm going to go off on one here, but that's not what that rule was brought in for. If we're being honest,
no,
it was brought in for
punting it long and setting your line.
Yeah,
it also wasn't designed for knocking on trying to score a try, which I think is stopped in the NRL now.
It's stopped in the NRL, but it's still in over here, like in the Eckersley one later on, where he goes for the kick and races Miller.
There were some good no tries in this game. Some cracking no tries. I mean, there was the Eckersley no try straight after this where we did the exact carbon copy play, and they just shoved him out into touch in time. There was the Eckersley no try where they put the kick in and he raced against Miller and Miller just put him off enough. There was the Harry Newman no try where then...
Right on the stroke at half time.
Yeah, where he knocked on because he was trying to score, and then somebody said he actually pulled it back for Ryan Hall, which he didn't do, but it was...
Well, with that, I'm going to say, I always ask what would I do if it was my team on the receiving end. And I ask neutrals this same thing. There is not a fan of a club in the world that if that was scored against them would think it should be a try.
No, I think that was a knock-on.
It's just a knock-on.
He's trying to score. He knocks it. Just because it bounces off the point of the ball and goes backwards, that doesn't mean he knocked it backwards. He didn't rake it backwards.
He's not tried to flick it back to keep it in the field of play, has he? He's tried to score a try and knocked on.
There was a successful challenge for a tackle in the air, which was really soft, where Harry Newman hit, I suppose, touched while he was in the air.
But they initiate the tackle, don't they?
That's the rule.
I'm going to say, though, it was a little bit naughty what we did on that.
Yeah. Well, not naughty, just we exploited a loophole.
Just watched it back on the screen.
Adam Kieran watched it back on the screen and then challenged it.
Yeah, I saw that.
That definitely shouldn't be allowed.
There's a couple of the captain's challenge as a whole is in a bit of...
Yeah.
There's a discourse happening around it and a discussion happening around captain's challenges, kick-off times versus finishing times and how the game's slowing down because of it. It's a bit of a weird one, because everyone was calling for captain's challenges to come in. Now we're complaining about captain's challenges taking too long, but everybody wanted them, so it's like...
Yeah, and then you say, well, put a limit on it of 60 seconds, and then you go, well, what if it takes 60 seconds and it's still unsure? And then there's another camera angle that proves they were back. I don't know.
I do think it's a British sporting fan thing, this, that they want it, but they want it in the perfect situation. I think we all want the captain's challenge so that you can... If you know the ref made a mistake, which
overrule a clear and obvious error,
and they overrule it, whatever. But now we need 60 seconds, and then it'll be 60 seconds, and that'll take the mick. And
Maybe you just get...
Do you not remember the one a few years ago about the dropouts? Dropouts were taking too long. So they put a shot clock in for 35 seconds, and now everyone complains that they sit and watch the clock
to get to 35 seconds when they were actually doing longer than 35
It was
seconds.
like a minute previous.
Yeah.
But now, because they're doing that, there's a problem and they need to change it.
Danny Brough, with all the time he wasted doing dropouts, could have written a book.
Yeah.
And I could have read it.
Is it just one dropout or maybe two?
No, this is for one season. What book would Danny Brough write? That's the question. What sort of book would Danny Brough write?
This is me.
What?
I think he would like
Autobiography?
Yeah, but really sell himself.
They should have played 100 Caps for England.
Yeah.
He should have got the move down under.
Just everything was extended.
Yeah. Whatever team he would have gone to in the NRL would have won the comp.
Melbourne wanted me,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't pay 1.2 million for my release clause.
Yeah,
Like,
Melbourne wanted me, Brisbane wanted me. I had to have 2 phones at one point because people called me so much.
was it harsh? That one,
I don't even know him, man. I don't even know if he's like that, but that's funny if he is.
But yeah, I do think that's a British
Yeah,
sports thing that we
it is.
complain about something, get it changed, and then we want it slightly different. And we're never going to find a perfect outcome.
No, you can't have it both
I
ways.
think we've had a couple of bad games where challenges have took time and decisions have took time. But going back to this game,
Tries.
Farrimond, obviously, him and Eckersley, very, very well planned. Clearly got the shout from
Yeah,
from,
it's
Harry
obviously a
Smith.
plan because we tried it again in another minute or two.
But clearly got the shout from Harry Smith about where the kick was going to be. Everyone drops into shape following his instruction. And Farrimond does really well, actually, to come back in field and just make the kick easier. I know it's something and nothing, really, and you could kick it from the sideline. Like,
Well, Adam Kieran could.
Adam Kieran's a good goal kicker. But just guarantees the 6, makes it an easy kick for him.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want as a goal kicker. So that takes it to 6-0 in the 8th minute or so, and we're really into this game. And we do the right things. We try and get back in that wrestle. I think it's worth mentioning the couple of mistakes that Leeds made. They really tried to push the ball early.
Well, they were pushing the offloads, which did worry a few people around me, but I don't love it when teams do that. I mean, Miller had a couple of outstanding offloads where you think, people are complaining, wrap the ball up, but actually, it was very well wrapped up, and he's just poked an arm free and gotten up. Like, I don't mind giving up offloads like that. That's good play.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
He did one, and then they immediately dropped it anyway through an offload.
I'd be really interested to see, because I've not seen anything from Brad Arthur post game. But if that was the game plan,
Yeah.
to take it out to the edges, or whether he thinks like they went away from what they wanted to do and they started cheating the game a little bit.
I don't
really
know,
wanted to
yeah.
get, because do you know what I mean? He's normally quite thinking about a team like aggressive, line speed, take it to the middle.
It's not a Brad
forwards.
Arthur thing to do, really.
Do you know that's what I mean? So, and when I was watching him, I just felt a bit like headless chicken vibes. It was just
Yeah.
offloads. It was just trying to get the ball to the centres.
It was
There's
like
no real structure.
McDermott was still in charge.
Yeah. It was very like headless chicken vibes, and it didn't really
What I will
look
say
like Leeds.
was I was trying to think about Leeds' games and what I'd actually watched of them this season. I can't say I've watched every minute of every game that Leeds have played. But I was thinking about Vegas, and Croft scored quite a lot of tries off the back of an offload on one pass, and he was hitting that gap at pace.
Yeah, but they also they ran Cooper Jenkins over twice on short balls like that.
Yeah.
So I think they did try and Andy Lass would love that team. Let me just say
Yeah.
that Andy Lass would love that performance at Vegas.
Yeah. But I'm just trying
Because
to
they were
think.
getting much penetration.
Loads of penetration.
Andy Lass would have been salivating at the thought of all the penetration they were getting. That's their style normally, isn't it?
But I do think
They move very laterally, don't they?
I do think they shift it. They must shift it. How many tries Seavol's got? They must get it out
I'm
there.
keep putting on a play for him.
That's what I mean. They must get it out there. And you think of Connor and Croft and pulling the strings.
Yeah, it did seem like, though, the idea was, let's see if Sevo can do anything. And then, inevitably, when he couldn't, because he was by himself, they thought, well, maybe let's try Ryan Hall.
Bang and smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think that's Leeds.
The next
in
try,
right
they were trying to
form.
get it to Sevo as well, weren't they?
Well, that's what I mean. They do that in the attacking zone. They get it there early. But I don't think they do it in their own half as much as they tried to in this game. We talk about that then. Obviously, there was a couple of incidences in between this. There was the
no tries for Eckersley and
no, just the Eckersley one.
Yeah,
there was the
first Eckersley one.
Newman, where he tackled Hodgkinson in the air. This try actually comes off the back of the 7 tackle set. They get downfield, and then they play right to left, Croft to Connor.
The Serpent tries to throw a cutout ball to his centre, but telegraphs it.
Yeah.
And Kieran just sits and waits for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... You know what they're going to try and do? They're going to try and get it to Seavor.
You do this when you're 16-0 down with 10 minutes left. You don't do it when it's 6-0 in the first half.
Yeah. A bit of me thought from Connor, just take the tackle. They still have tackles in the bag.
Just drop somebody short. Drop one of your forwards short and play again.
It's the third tackle.
You telegraphed it.
We've clearly read it well. Eckersley and Kieran are up on the men.
Yeah, throw it anyway.
Yeah. But that is a bit of what we know Jake Connor into. He does push it and sometimes it doesn't come off for him.
It's high risk, high reward, Jake Connor's play. I always think. But not always. Like, his kicks are always really percentage, I think. He's a weird player, I think, Connor. He does so much that you think is just fundamental. And then when he gets good ball, he's so aggressive. And I feel like he's a bit of a mix of two halves. Maybe that's what works so well for him. He's a bit of a mix of two halves. That's why he's not a 6 or a 7 or a 1. That's why he plays anywhere.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit like that, eh?
Interesting thoughts about that with Jake Connor. But you should say Kieran, intercept, pretty much open space in front of him. Ash Hanley does really well.
He does.
He's quick though, isn't he, Hanley?
Yeah. Does really well. He tries to find Eckersley. Hanley does well to sort of knock the ball down. It just doesn't sit up for him.
No.
You feel it's a little bit unlucky.
I think this is unlucky for Hanley. It's not unlucky for Leeds.
Yeah.
Because they still threw the pass. And Hanley was really the only one chasing back. But it's unlucky for Hanley. He deserved to
dive on the ball.
He deserved to save a try there, basically, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least stop him.
Eckersley sort of punches the ball to Kieran.
Yeah.
Kieran picks it up. Looks
It's the
like
most
he's absolutely
unconventional
blowing.
try assist.
He is blowing.
He was tired.
And then dives in the corner. Really easy. On your... I know we talked about the biggest shifts in momentum.
Oh, 100-metre intercept. Ooh, that was, I think, that was top, you know.
It was up there. It was definitely top 3.
Red card might have been top.
And I know it wasn't in the traditional sense of you're 4-0 down or you're behind by 4 and you...
No try for obstruction was up there as well.
Yeah.
Or double movement, you know, because it's a penalty.
But this is just a killer. You're 6-0 down, you've got good ball.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're 12-0 down, kicking off again.
Yeah.
It's such a killer.
Yeah.
Kieran converts really well and makes it 12 points to 0. And I keep going back to it. We got back into the grind again.
Mm-hmm.
Straight off this kick-off. Got back into the wrestle. Got some good ball.
This is my favourite try, this next one. I know everyone loves the one after the one in the second half, but this is my favourite try. Noah's try. Flat and fast. Harry Smith, he's got all the options in the world and he fires it to Noah to score untouched.
He fires it across December Wardle and then hits Hodgkinson.
Yeah.
And any one of them, if they were open, could probably rain that
Junior
pass in.
is definitely scoring.
Yeah. They could rain that pass in. It's just in the corridor, isn't it? If your man's not there, you catch it and score.
Such a good ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Half time.
16-0. Kieran misses the conversion. 16-0 at half time. I know, Lewis, you said you're a very famous line of next points are massive.
Next try's massive.
But that 16-18,
Yeah.
like that sort of a lead, is probably where this most matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if
Because
you're ahead
you-
by 10 and they can score next, you still thought you were in the game. It's not game
Yeah.
over.
16 or 18, you feel like you deserved a good lead. And then if that gets eaten into straight away, then it's 2 scores. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So it was crucial that we kept going when we got back into this fight. Was there any thoughts from the first half?
I really liked Oliver Partington's performance again. And I know I talk about it every week, and I talk about him every week, but he is rapidly becoming a cornerstone of this team, if he's not already.
Whilst we're on forward chat, prop chat, whatever you want to call it, I thought December did really well again. I think last back-to-back weeks, I thought against Saints, obviously he was brilliant. He obviously got the highlight of him slamming Walmsley down on his back, but I thought he's doing a lot of stuff now that we didn't possibly see during that tough period. He's coming in for tough carries, second, third tackle carries, doing his step-up run he's got where you see him proper
charge it up.
Use the floor, charge it up and try and get his nose to get a quick play of the ball on the back of that. And he's
Palliasini used to do that. And someone told me once that it was a Tongan thing. All the Tongan players do that.
Right, okay.
I don't know why.
But I thought they were good. I thought Walters was really good.
Walters
throughout the game. I thought
fantastic.
all the forwards stood up, to be fair.
The
forwards did.
The pack aimed up, but I just think
well.
in particular Oliver Partington's defence is superb.
Well, I am just looking at that. We might as well dive into prop chat. I know it's half time. There's a little bit to discuss in the second half. But the full-time stats for Ollie Partington were 44 tackles, 14 carries.
Did he miss any?
Missed one.
That's just outrageous. In the middle of the park, 44 tackles.
Oh, sorry, no. 3. Sorry, I was reading the wrong column.
Oh, he missed 3. Right. So 44 tackles and he missed 3. What about Brad?
Oh, Brad's stats, as you would expect, 41 tackles. He just doesn't make mistakes.
Like Johnny said on that grand final special way back when, their tackles what count.
Yeah.
The first man tackles, aren't they? They're not third man in.
Him and I like the dynamic of we've just a little bit, but obviously Ellis coming off the bench and that means Paddington starts, but him and Brad started, I just think they set the tone defensively. One takes one side up, the other is in charge of taking the other side up.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the pair, them two. Not taking proper Wigan lads, not taking a backward step, aggressive, leading the line up in your face, and I think it just offers you so much on the front defensively. Fronting up against the opposition forwards. I just love them two on pitch at the same time together.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you there. I think we've got a lot to like about that current setup. There's a lot to like about Walters in December in the back row. And I know we lose a lot when Farrell's not playing. But I like Walters. I like Walters anywhere on the pitch, I'll be honest.
I'm going to say, I'm gonna
I just like Walters.
champion Liam Farrell here.
I like Walters being on the pitch. Oh, we miss a lot without Farrell.
I think at the moment for this balance of this team, Walters playing in the middle.
Walters just needs to be on the pitch as much as possible. But then so does Havard, so does Thompson.
Well, I'm just going to mention them guys. Havard, 44 tackles, 14 carries. Bit of a quieter night for Tomo. He did a good first spell and then wasn't
That's
on
because
for
he was
long.
Unreal in the semi-final.
Yeah. Just 17 tackles for him. 1 missed tackle. Kade Ellis, 30 tackles, 14 carries.
Tell you who was good again. Thoroughbred.
Yeah.
Eckersley. He has become a serious winger. I'm not talking about serious finisher. I'm not talking about serious yardage winger. I'm not talking about serious in the air winger. I'm talking about everything. He has become a serious winger.
It was probably the meters, wasn't it, where we kind of can just wait if he can get that out of backfield. But now he's put that size, and we talked about it first episode.
How many times did he get through the gap?
I think he's the leg draft for me.
Yeah.
Because I think he's kind of a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a bit more weight on him. He can get
Well,
into
you
the
said
gap,
you'd seen
power,
him doing box squats and...
yeah, for that reason, it's power. That's what it is. Plyometric start, box squat, stop, explode up, and you can tell that's what... And he's coming through and he's hitting it using his
I also
power, lower body.
He's always got that pace, hasn't he, to really try and get yardage, and that's what he's used.
Yeah.
He's making a lot post-contact.
Yeah.
Landing on his front. We've very rarely seen him get put on his back.
No, that's what I mean, getting his nose through and play the balls. And instead, and then December comes off the back of that on the second and third, bang, and another one, and it's just so flat and fast. And
It's destructive, isn't it? I mean, it's not
the
sort of thing that you think of as being destructive. It's not a Paddy Mago carry, for example, where it takes 4 of them to put him down, or Junior's a handful, isn't it?
But you're trying to get 3 men into this
But
tackle.
it's just as destructive.
You are thinking it's a winger. Let's just get 3 in so we can get our line set. And he just pinches 2 more yards.
Yeah.
I think Kieran's 1-2 punch with him.
Yeah.
Him and Wardle coming in as the second carry has been really, really useful.
Yeah. And Noah puts his hand up and takes quite a lot of yardage carries as well.
Yeah. I do want to finish one more person on prop chat. Sam Walters.
Go on.
46 tackles, the most of any Wigan player.
Well, it's a big game for him because he had to play second row, didn't he? He played the whole game second row, I think.
He did.
So, yeah, it was
most tackles of anyone on the
a
field.
big performance from Sam.
But also for Big Sam, was a phenomenal amount of metres, 130 metres, averaging 8 a carry.
Yeah. And bigger Sam was on the field for a bit longer as well, so I say he had a bit of a decent showing, I thought, compared to some of his shorter stints that he's had this year.
Definitely.
I just thought the pack worked really well together.
Yeah. Shall we get down to the second half
and
the last drive? We had a couple of chances where we didn't quite execute. First one being Jake Wardle, just got tackled short of the line, but we won a penalty for offside. If you actually listen to the ref, you could hear him screaming at him that he's offside. And then he just runs and makes the tackle.
He still saves a try. So, to be fair, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Converted, makes it 18 points to 6. Certainly needed. 18 points to 0, sorry. Just that little bit of comfort. I don't mind it so early.
Breathe a sigh of relief when it gets to 18, don't you?
Yeah. And now I want to go back to Harry Smith.
Yeah.
I don't think he was at his best against Saints. I thought it was good.
Still good, yeah.
I don't think he was at his best. This was one of his best games for Wigan. Dominated field position. I think it was Farman's interview after the game talked about how important Harry Smith is for him. Get him in the right place so he can do his thing.
Yeah, it's. I suppose it's something that we shouldn't take for granted, really, because we had 3 weeks without him, and it was very difficult. But Harry Smith, we called him the General since the start of this podcast, and it's clear to see, really, that's what he does for this team.
Yeah.
He moves them around. He calls everything he needs to.
Pulls the strings.
He pulls the strings, and he puts that ball off his boot wherever he wants to.
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. If Nathan Cleary in NFL throws that ball for Noah's first one, and then in the same game puts that chip kick over for the
two tries.
Yeah.
It's like those clips are being played.
Yeah.
NRL 360. They're talking about
Channel
it.
9.
They're talking about it. They're putting the highlights there everywhere. I just feel like we don't celebrate it enough.
No.
Like, that is an absolutely phenomenal piece of halfback play. Phenomenal piece of halfback play in the game. And we just kind of go like, oh yeah, that was nice. And then that's it. It's like, if that was NRL, Nathan Cleary, that is all over.
He doesn't get
in
a
the
try
media.
assist for either of them.
Yeah.
And that's harsh.
It is harsh, that. He has got him in my head. But
Just start adding another column for kick assists.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say, again, I think it comes down to a lot of the commentary. Imagine the commentary in Australia.
Never mind Nathan Cleary. I know the commentary if Mikey Lewis had done this.
Yes. It's at a different point. But
Or the Serpent. If the Serpent had done this in that exact same game, and Sevo would pass it back and Sevo would pass it back inside for Hanley. Imagine that. We'd still be seeing it now, even if they lost.
Yeah, that should be over everywhere. A chip kick to your winger.
Cheeky chip.
And instead,
A cheeky chip.
the commentary is, it's a good kick, but Rhinos out of position. It's like,
How about he spotted that he's jammed up,
yeah,
dropped it in behind him because he knows he's got the turning circle of Mount Everest and the lateral speed of St Paul's Cathedral. And so he's put his wing.
Is St Paul's Cathedral known for not moving very well laterally? Is this?
Why would St Paul's Cathedral move laterally? Think about it.
Just wondering whether it's a well-known fact.
I was just thinking of a heavy building. And that's came to me, St Paul's.
But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And Noah does really well. He could have been selfish. He could very easily have scored this try himself.
Yeah.
Straight from the Matt Duffy School of Defence. For Lockie Miller, don't take anyone.
Recent graduates include Tristan Sale.
Yeah. Enter any fullback's name who doesn't want to make a tackle.
Well, Miller has previous done it because that time he backed off and backed off and backed off, and then the fella just scored because he was behind the dead ball line.
That comes up once every
when he was playing for
6
Newcastle.
months.
Yeah.
But brilliant work from Noah. Finds Jay Wardle. Jay Wardle goes and scores.
99th Super League game. Not 99th Super League game. 99th Wigan game for Jay Wardle.
Good investment.
You know what his 100th game is going to be?
It's not OKR, is it?
Well, it'd be against OKR.
Well, yeah. It won't be in Hull. Yeah, it should finish that though. Leeds score with about 10 minutes left. Seaboard doing what he does.
Yeah, we spoke about this, didn't we? Hanley did very nice centre play to get him in.
Yeah. He was targeted in defence.
Yeah.
Sorry, in
When
their
he had the ball.
attack, in our
I think
defence.
he had a lot of... He comes off the back fence, doesn't he? Like when Ryan Hall gets it, he comes flat, like our wingers do, and tries to barrel into it. Seaborg has a massive run-up.
Well, I was actually listening to someone talk about this the other day, and actually, he really doesn't like doing that work. He's effective because he is so big, but he's not one of the wingers that wants to take 15, 20 carries like a Liam Marshall or a Tommy Makinson. He's not that style of winger.
What I liked was how many times we dropped the ball on Ryan Hall and made him carry it back, because that's not what he does.
No, he comes first.
That's what Lockie Miller does.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you've got, because Seavor's hugging his touchline for some reason, you've got Lockie Miller then taking one-up carries. They're the wrong way round if you're Leeds.
Definitely. But I think we tried to target him and we said we're not going to let him bully people. There's been some Super League teams who've allowed him to bully them and allowed them to...
Well, is he bullying if you run it away?
Well, that's what I mean. He almost crashes into someone early and then...
You're encouraged to run away from bullies. I don't know, right?
I don't know, stand up and throw a punch back.
Stand up in German suplex, and that's what Yusuf Adi would do.
Into a bullying. But yeah, I think that's what you've got to do with Sevo. Get into him early. And just let him know he's not going to have an easy day.
He's a winger. Deal with him like you would any other winger.
Yeah. Like, if he was big enough, he'd be playing second row.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just put him anywhere other than 10 metres.
He only scored so many because he's marked by wingers.
Literally. Literally the case. A couple of things I do want to mention before we end the the game and a little bit of a chat. A couple of incidences at the end. Big throw-in touch in our own 10 metres. Matt had just been on the 10 metre line.
Ollie Partington
Comes flying in to affect that tackle. There was then one about 3 or 4 minutes later where we threw...
Someone else.
I think it was Miller they threw in touch.
He got given as a penalty, that one.
And he got given as a penalty. It's just not. There is no stop. There is no stopping momentum. There's no dragging. There's no...
Maybe it's like you've played your joker, you've done it once. You can't do it again. You can't push him in touch anymore. You played your joker.
So when teams in like 2010 do one push from a scrum.
Yeah.
And then it just never happened again.
Oh, they used to do that thing where the scrum would pass and the fullback would go through the middle. You just think, that would work, that.
Yeah, you can only do that once, can't you?
You can only try
Not
that.
like that kick-off at Sheffield.
No, keep trying that kick-off.
But yeah, not quite sure why that second one was given a penalty.
No, it doesn't really matter, does it?
But I do think it's just a statement of, we're still going to do it. We're still going to throw you in touch. We're still going to do whatever. And if you're watching...
I'm tired of the narrative about Wigan referees, I'm so bored of it.
Yeah, Liam Moore was the reason that
I know.
they just kept throwing passes at Callum
It's so
Watkins.
boring. Why did you drop the ball? Because Liam Moore was in charge. Why did you miss that tackle? Why did you throw an intercept? Because Liam Moore was in charge. It's so boring. And out of the 3 top refs, or probably 4 top refs, 3 of them from Wigan and 1 of them played for Huddersfield. So if it's Wigan against Huddersfield, who refs that? Right? The 4 main refs, 3 of them are from Wigan, and we're in a lot of big games. So we get a lot of big game refs.
Yeah.
We've also had every ref pretty even amount of time this year. Really, it's up to other places to produce. Like, other places are allowed to produce refs.
Yeah.
I know Huddersfield have got one. Leeds have got one. But the other places are allowed to try and do it as well.
But it's Liam Moore's fault that Leeds made double the errors.
Yeah, it's definitely Liam Moore's fault.
I'm sick of that narrative.
Wigan ref.
Yeah. Right. I think that wraps up the game, really. Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a good performance. Again, back to back. Back to from the Challenge Cup semi.
Yeah, very good performance.
Statement.
It's what we needed, yeah, it's what we need. Just to let everyone know we're back.
I think a few people
Well,
will sit up and take notice of that now, because obviously we did it to St Helens, and I think a few people would have gone, "Oh, that was a good performance." Then to get the media darlings at your own place and just destroy them.
Not give them a chance.
And this was a destruction, let's be honest. This was an absolute destruction, demolition job.
I should mention we missed one thing. We did have an opportunity right at the death for a knock-on of Callum Watkins. Walters saw some open space.
You didn't give it to Jay Field. You know what?
Someone said to me that it was to stop Field doing his hamstring.
That's what I was just about to say. You know, you win 30 points to 6 or 24 points to 6. It makes no odds to me. If Field tears his hamstring trying to score, because Ash Handler's chasing him.
Although Field did carry on sprinting about 50 metres. He got to halfway.
No, he wasn't at top speed. Like, you remember Field when he did his hamstring trying to chase Charnley when we'd already won? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to race Josh Charnley?
You're a professional, aren't they?
Yeah.
They can't.
You can't switch it off.
But yeah, Sam Walters had a big grin. He saw his name in the papers, didn't he? Second rower, length of field.
You said an interesting thing before about Sam Walters. Before Wembley, is he going to re-buzz his hair?
Skinhead Sam Walters.
Take it down to the sawdust.
He is a player. It's just no nonsense. I
do like
really,
him.
really top
I do
player.
like him.
Right. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with the predictions. So the predictions. Oh, I am back in it. The game is on. Welcome to the show. The Oracle.
Not so Oracle this week.
1 out of 6.
Yeah, weren't a good week for the Oracle.
It's gone very, very wrong for you, the Oracle.
Yeah.
The fans, 1 out of 6. Matty, 2 out of 6.
Yeah. It's bad, but it's double this Oracle. And it's the Oracle and all the fans.
You've outdone them all.
So that's everyone on Earth apart from you that I've beaten there. I'm happy with that.
So, can I say that I've beaten everyone on the planet
You were better at predictions this week than everyone on the planet.
in this small game?
Unfortunately, some 15-year-old from Senegal has just found out now that the worst in Europe predicting Super League games.
Yeah, because I got 3 out of 6. Some upsets there. That puts the scores very interesting. Matty, you are leading with 27, so you're going to lead the predictions this week. Me, Lewis, and the fans were all on 26 points.
It could not be much closer.
It's good that.
It's good. Having the fans now, they've been nerfed because of the spread.
Yes.
So they're not just cheating all the time by picking all the favourites.
Yeah. What we will do is we'll talk about the spread and what people went for in the around the grounds.
Sure.
Just to mention who we predicted and our thoughts. We're going to go right into this week's predictions. Matty, you are leading us off. Leeds versus Huddersfield. Leeds are giving 22.5.
I don't know.
I know you like your cricket references. I know you like cricket references, so I'm going to give you one.
Yeah.
About winning the toss. You think about fielding,
Yeah.
and you choose to bat anyway. It's the same with Huddersfield.
Yeah, I'm going to
If you
back
ever
Leeds.
think about backing Huddersfield,
22.5, though.
think about
I'm
Backing
backing
up for a
Huddersfield.
you're backing
I'm
Huddersfield.
backing Huddersfield. 22.5.
All right, NASA.
I'm backing Huddersfield. I'm bowling first. We always bowl first anyway, what you know about? You always bowl first.
Yeah, we get wins.
I'm
though.
backing Huddersfield.
Lewis.
I'm going to go Leeds.
I'm with Leeds.
Yeah, I'm going to go Leeds.
Fine, that's one where I'll make it up on you two.
No one mentioned Headingley then. Headingley was 6 points.
Need a bounce back as
Did
well.
just see
don't they?
Leeds were bad against those.
I don't want to ruin your news, but obviously no Lockie Miller.
You've said it now. No backsies.
Leeds.
No, Leeds. I'm happy with Leeds.
I should say we've not put the polls out for the fans yet. We will do that soon.
I have been down the road of backing Huddersfield before.
Yeah, you're not going to get burned by them.
Lonesome road.
You're not going to
Yeah,
get
but
burned by them again.
You did that without the handicap.
That's true, actually. You were backing them to win the game.
Yeah, but that's good players. That was the thing. We just cack.
Ian Watson has to get this right this week.
Oh, I've got to back Ian Watson to turn it round, and then inevitably they would lose all the
Finished
cast.
third, got to a Challenge Cup final and just decided not to play the season after.
Oh, do you remember though? There was one game where you went, "No, I'm breaking from this," and they won.
I think they beat Saints or something like that as well. Or something daft like that. It was a
Turned someone good over.
And then got you back on the Huddersfield train. Lee, Hull FC.
Lee, don't even tell me the line. Hull FC, they were awful. They got
I think 15 points.
They got knocked down. 15 points, yeah, definitely 15. It's more than 15 points.
And Lee as well.
Lee.
Yeah, going Lee.
Off the news of Vegas, it's going to be...
What are they going to do for this? It's a home game, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first one after they've announced Vegas, they're going to do something. I'm excited to see what it is.
Yeah. Castleford, St Helens. Saints are giving 10.5 points.
St Helens.
What?
Oh, straight in there. You and St Helens.
Oh, that was your prediction?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you
At the Menderhors, Diggerland,
one ball.
One ball,
Whatever it's
tarmac.
Yeah. That's not enough points. St.
called.
Helens.
That's why I went to straight away.
Yes.
That's 10 points.
Saints are going to win by more than 10.5. I think.
Win by more than 10.
He's going to think about back in cast now. Think about it all the time like
I
this.
can just hear get into them. Ringing in my ears.
All they have to do is get within 10.
I go Castleford.
Alright.
Gonna go Castleford. This is a Castleford play well and everyone thinks you've figured it out game, and then you get beat by 50.
You said that last week and they actually won, so fair enough.
A 2-week spell, 3-week spell here of good performances.
You said that before they beat Bradford.
They could win this. They could win Super League next year, and then they inevitably.
Yeah.
Toulouse, Wakefield. Wakefield are travelling over, giving 12.5.
I'm going to go with Toulouse to keep this close.
I'm going Wakefield. I don't think 12.5 is enough.
Yeah.
I really don't know on that.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
I'm going to go Toulouse.
Okay.
I think Wakey win the game. Toulouse keep it within 12. York Knights versus Catalan. Catalan are giving 6.5.
Well, Catalan haven't had a good game for a while, which means that they're probably going to turn into Brisbane Broncos soon. Will that be in this game? I'll go with York, but not with much confidence.
I'm going to go Catalan.
Yeah, I really don't know this one. This is a hard week.
Yeah, no, I think.
I'm sticking with you, Lewis. I want to go Catalans.
Yeah.
New manager bounce.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters because it's 3 days away from the game, but new manager bounce. Last one, Warrington, Bradford. Warrington are giving 20.5.
I'm going to back Bradford to get within that.
Yeah, it's a lot of points, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of points. I don't think they'll get in there by much, but 20.5 is a lot of points.
I went Warrington. I think they're going to come out and try and set a statement. Obviously, they've not made it to the Challenge Cup final. They get a week off next week. I think
They weren't great though this week.
They
We'll
weren't
talk
great.
about it, I know, but
they weren't great against Toulouse. I think that's going to be a bit of a
Kick up the backside.
travel back from Toulouse. Bradford though on back of a good win.
I think why win, but I think I don't. Yeah, it's too many points. I'm going to go Bradford. Why will win, but
I'm
not
with
by
you.
enough
I
points.
think you're right. I think I'm going with you there.
It's interesting because we've all picked one different though.
Yeah,
The joys of the spread.
yeah.
Right. So next week could have a new leader,
Yeah.
or we could have a complete.
Could have a runaway leader.
Euphoria.
If
Could
it's
have a
me.
runaway. Yeah.
Play for.
What a long time to go. Long time to
Oh
go.
yes.
We'll take a quick break and then we're going to come back and go around the grounds. So a few games to look at around the grounds. We're going to start on Thursday. Huddersfield v Saints. The line was set at 8.5. They won by 8, 26-18.
Ooh.
I think we all went Saints on that.
We did, and it was looking good at half time for the predictions.
I'm going to say it was a game of two halves. 24-0 Saints were leading at half time.
Yeah.
And Huddersfield, Lewis, if you'd have stuck with your gut.
His gut wasn't telling him to pick Huddersfield anymore.
It was a boring game.
It was a weird game.
Poor
I thought it was a strange game. This because
lots of stoppages.
I know no one got going. It's like no one really got into any sort of rhythm.
Even Jackson Hastings after getting his interview said, "Yeah, I got it worked one for the neutrals. It was boring, but we had to stick in it, get the 2 points." And
I think he's right there.
Boring games are all right if you walk away with 2 points.
If you win, they're all right. Yeah.
But he's coming for some stick now, Rowley, after last week.
Yeah. But I think that's because last week was left a very sour taste in their mouths, especially when you get called out for having lost your identity. Like that's got to leave a bitter taste in the mouth. And then when you serve up this second half performance at Huddersfield, I think, I get it. Maybe I'd be annoyed as well, but
I think there's a couple of strange things when you look at it. Obviously, they left Cal Felt as the 18th man, stuck with Dagnall and Murphy on the wings.
Yeah.
Would one of them play centre so Felt could come back? I think Felt has to be in your team. Jake Davis didn't get off the bench.
He's the new messiah, isn't he, Jake Davis?
We do say you get better by not playing.
He has definitely got better by not playing. He's Gordon Tallis now because he's missed a few games in a row.
Yeah. Listen, I thought he played well when he was in.
I've seen Dion Cross come in for a lot of stick. I feel like that's undeserved because he's only one small cog of the machine.
He's a very easy target when you look at whatever. And I think if you look at our side, JPP got it for a long spell when he was there. He got a lot of stick and actually probably undeserved a lot of it. You can't just blame one player. Dion Cross didn't drop 3 or 4 balls himself and cost the game. Same way Lewis Murphy can't be blamed for last week's loss. I just think it's very easy to pick a player, a cheaper player on the cap, and very easy to have a go at a player like that.
Yeah.
I don't think this spine is working. Sailor at 1 and Wellesby at 6.
Well, they've got plenty of time to figure it out because they are top of the league and they are, they've got lots of games left before the business end of the season. And I don't know if you know this, but they're out of the Challenge Cup.
Are they?
So they just need to, get it figured out. But I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll figure it out, like what the best 13 is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? I don't know. Rollerball, I think you saw it in the semi-final again against us, just trying to get it to the edges early. Like we've talked about it before, that style doesn't really win grand finals. Do you know what I mean? That you used to, your big winning teams being a big, tough through the middle.
Yeah.
It
just might get you to one.
If you're Salford or someone, then you know what I mean, who managed to reach one, or, Cass back in the day when they got there in 2017 playing a bit of an expansive style, because you've got to do something different if you've not got the pack to take it to the bigger teams.
Original Hull KR when he got to the final against Leeds and got beat, that was Wembley, I know, but...
I just think I don't know, like I say about the whole lost identity thing, I had a bit of a laugh and a joke about it, but they definitely changed the style of play under Rowe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they knew that were coming. That type of stuff he plays, you've seen it at Salford, so they know what's coming. That's probably why he's signed people like Nene McDonald, for example, big powerful centres, because that's where he takes.
You need creative outside backs if you want to play that style, because they're going to be used so often. I don't want to go back to it. We talked about it when Darryl Powell was appointed at Warrington. It's different being the manager of a top club. Yeah, I'm not saying Warrington are a top club.
And you earned that. Rowley earned it. Dill Pearl earned it.
But you
doesn't mean you're going to be good at it.
You can't then go and sign Metaltia, Ollie Holmes,
Drinkwater.
No. Someone else from Castle whose name's evading me.
Not Drinkwater.
You can't go and
Greg Minikin.
And bring your coaching staff with you. You can't. He's turned Salford at Hastings, Shorrocks, Shane Wright, Nene McDonald, Dion Cross.
There's a lot of Salford players.
There's a lot of Salford players. And if they were Saints quality players, they'd have been at Saints 3-4 years ago. And you can't play as the underdog as Saints. Because you're not. You're St Helens. At the end of the day, I know there's the rivalry and whatnot, but you are St Helens. you are a top Super League team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite certain how he's going to change. I think he's got to adapt. I think he's really, really got to adapt to being Saints manager,
Yeah.
Saints head coach, rather
He's a
than.
bit prickly as well, isn't he? I know he was a bit prickly last year with Salford when they were going through all those troubles, but
That was understandable.
like, his messaging's a little bit confusing, I think, sometimes.
I think that's understandable. You know, when you're up against it, and it's very easy to make us against them mentality. Everyone,
I suppose.
But when again, you're at Saints.
You're at Saints now,
and you
yeah.
have to do press conferences, and people are going to shoot at you.
Yeah.
It's really, really tough. Next on the running was the Friday game. It was. Sorry, I've lost it though. Wakefield Catalan.
Yeah, same time as our game, this one.
Yeah. Wakefield were given 8.5.
I was following this one. This one was 10 apiece. And then Toby Sexton missed a penalty goal to go to 12-10. Missed it. And then Wakefield never looked back, really. They ended up winning 58-10.
They didn't come out in the second half, put it that way.
Well, Catalan, no, they didn't. But it was a really even first half, ding-dong. And then all of a sudden, it just went crazy, I suppose.
I can live with blowout scores. I can't live with it being 10-10 at half time and you lose 48-0 in the second half. That's ridiculous.
It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot of points. Yeah.
10 and some of the tries, I prop forward getting the second half hat trick.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
They were missing some as well, Wakefield.
It weren't like the wingers were scoring.
Scored.
Yeah, I know they were missing a few, yeah.
You know though, if you hit a team who's on ridiculous form and you just have a bad day at the office and the winger scores 4 and centre scores 2, like you turn around and go, well,
Half-back darts over for one.
yeah. Oh, he kicked it.
They kick every goal.
Yeah.
Then it can quickly get away from you, but this wasn't that.
They missed 2 kicks at goal in
I
second
know,
half.
but it was like crash over.
Vitali scored 3, Jay Pitts got 1, Jaden Myers 1, Tavanga got 1, and then it was Will Tate and Truman. Like,
Who's Tavanga kick it for himself?
I really do not know what to say about Catalans. Like,
You don't know who you're getting, do you? This is the thing. You don't.
I don't know
Catalan
who I'm
you're getting. Just go back a couple of weeks ago when you watched him at home against Wire, and fantastic. And then
Yeah.
I can't even
you're
remember
getting nearly 60.
They were
pound by
fantastic
Wakefield.
against Hull KR, fantastic against Wire.
who came out and did the press conference for Catalan.
Ryan Sheridan.
It was, yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
We were talking about him just then because he went to Warrington with Durl, didn't he?
Yeah. But he actually said, I've seen teams be different week to week. I've never seen a team be that different half to half.
Yeah.
I've seen Wigan fly off in the first half and then put the like.
Well, and then
brakes
get
on.
caught. When you saw it last year against Hull FC, didn't we?
But to do that is different. That's not. You're not even in a place to be
Complacent.
complacent.
It won't be
You
complacent.
know what I mean? You're 24-0 up and you lose 26-24.
No, it's not. It's 10 each. It's not going to be complacency, is it?
Mad.
It's just a weird team. Loses, right? It's a weird team, Castle.
Yeah. Good win for Wakefield, though, I would say.
Yeah, very good. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
It makes our win at the DIY Kitchen Mobile Rocket Solution Stadium look even better.
I hope you remembered all of that.
I haven't. There's one I've forgotten. What was it? Rocket Mortgage Solicitors. Oh, Be Well Support Stadium. That was it.
Yeah.
DIY is the current name.
Yeah.
DIY Kitchens.
We're going to move on. York, Castleford. Castleford were travelling there, giving 1.5. They covered that spread by 8. Winning 24 points to 18. A good win for Cass. Needed win after a couple of the performances and good for them to get back on the winning streak after back-to-back losses.
I
really don't know what to make of Castleford.
Another team that's a bit strange. They've recruited very heavily for next year, haven't they? We'll not talk about that in the news section. They've spent some cash for next year. Now, does that mean that they're giving up on this year? Or did they just give up on this year anyway?
Well, I don't know if you want to save this for the news. But if you're a Cass fan, you were told in 2022 we were going to get it right for 23, and they brought in
Andy last.
Andy last.
Didn't get enough penetration.
He then gets removed mid-year. You bring Craig Lingard in, and he's going to get it right, and we're going to get it right for 24. And we're going to target 2024.
Which coach did the fans do the sit-in protest where they didn't leave the stadium?
I think, was that not after the Lingard sacking?
Oh, I can't remember if that was Andy last who wanted sacked.
But then it was Danny Maguire who was going to get it right for 24.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have got the years the wrong way around here.
No, I think that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah, last Lingard, Maguire.
Carr. Well, they had Chris Chester who kept complaining all the time.
Yeah. Maguire was going to get right.
Shopping at net.
So it's like, these players all need to go. I hate being their coach. It's so terrible. I'm so demotivated by them all.
And then they didn't pay Ollie Holmes.
They didn't pay Ollie Holmes and they got rid of him.
But you know my point though, like, for the last 4-5 years, you've been told we're going to target next year. And they invested heavily this year. They brought in Valamir, Ravawala, Taff. I know he's injured. It's a bit shocker for them. But everything's just like, stick with us now because we're going to get it right next year. And even in 2024.
They signed a lot of Aussies this year.
All 1-7s.
Australia.
Aussies, innit?
Plus they brought that Grayson, Stimson.
Stimson was a mid-season signing, wasn't he? And like,
Yeah.
I just look and I think, at some point you've got to say, I'm not waiting any longer. They brought Chris Chester in mid-season and everyone goes, oh, he's going to set us up for next year. And then he immediately asks for more time.
They're just always going to be next year.
Yeah.
Well, Lingard and his bucket up were doing quite well, weren't they? And then even before his eventual sacking departure, I remember they actually were doing all right, building a little bit of momentum, and they just got rid of it. And you were a bit like,
well, they beat Saints at Saints. Yeah. They only beat us.
Started winning big teams really close, being competitive.
And then it's like, well,
and they got rid of it.
He's
and his bucket up.
But he's at Sheffield now. Still, I don't know if he still wears a bucket hat. I saw him. He had an outrageous shirt on. He had like a Hawaiian shirt that had all.
Was Lingard the one who used to say that he'd walk across the field
with no shoe? Yeah, he did have bare feet when he was at Batley, I think. I don't know if he still did it at Cass.
But my point is just this continual cycle of they play well for a short period of time. Everyone says, "Oh, we're going to get it right." Then they have a couple of poor losses. Everyone says, "Oh, there's going to be teething problems." Then they win a game. Oh yeah, he fixed it.
They're just not very good.
And then it's
say it as it is. They're just not very good.
But then it goes disaster situation.
But then they win a game. They win a game. They beat York away from home, and it's a good win. That
and they'll win 2 or 3 games back to back now and go, "Oh, there's the teething problems. We've got through them now." And then it'll go back to being awful. And Ryan Carr, come April next year, if he isn't in the top 6, competing, beating teams, he'll get sacked. And they'll bring someone else in.
As for York, it's what we thought was going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
No time to build a squad properly beyond the 17. And so we knew they were going to struggle. And they have done, you know, this part of the season is a grind. It's a real grind. It tests your squad this part of the season. This middle third, I would call it. It tests your squad big time. And if you've been finding out that you're going to be in after the grand final, well, that's not enough time, is it? Everyone's recruitment's already done. So yes, they've made a good squad of 13, 14 decent enough players. Yes, they spent some money on the semi-detached Paul Vaughan, and he's played really well for them. But where's your depth? And so when it comes to this time, you're struggling.
Exactly. It's so obvious to see, and it's such a bad situation for them to be.
It's a shame, but if there were some assurances that they're going to be in Super League again next year, which I think they've brought enough to say yes, that might change.
Yeah, might do.
That might change.
Right. I'm going to move on. Toulouse, Warrington. Warrington were travelling over, giving 16.5. They won by 8. I think that cost us all on the predictions. I think we all went Warrington.
We did, yes.
Warrington won 24 points to 16. Again, 24-0 up. The team that you expect to be winning this game got ahead.
Yeah.
And they just switched off and
there's a lot of games like this week where the Warrington game, the Saints game, the Hull KR game, we'll talk about in a bit, where the team was in front and they just let the other team back in it a bit, but it was too little too late, maybe.
big thing again. Back
To lose,
rise.
somebody said something ridiculous like they'd not lost the second half all season or something like that. They've hardly lost any second halves of games. They keep trying to. They always lose because they're so far behind.
Yeah.
But they keep playing really well in the second half. I wonder if it's just Sylvan Ules who's like a mid-game tactician.
Proper like Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. You can really spot something.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they just take some time getting going. Maybe they're not great starters, I don't know.
It's worrying though for these teams, like say this round where they've been able to come back into it. You think to be which Warrington again should be looking at going on to do something this year. Like, you got to be ruthless.
You got to close the door.
You got to, you got to go in there. What was it, 24-0? Did you say?
Yeah,
24-0 time, and you've got to go in there and go, right, come on, be ruthless. More than say in the second half. You need to be walking away and making a statement.
You don't necessarily need to double it.
No,
but you need to
put some points.
You need to keep them out.
Yeah.
You should draw the second half.
Yeah.
The second half's 10 and you win. Whatever. I should say, sorry, I made a slight mistake then. It was 18-0 at half time.
And did they
Warrington
score
scored first.
Warrington scored first.
To make it 24. So they came out in the second half.
Yeah.
10 minutes in, got a try through Toby King.
They must have just had a sigh of relief at that point. And
from Sneed kicking it, 2 minutes later, Tully scored. Then Oliver Shawbot scored 4 minutes later. Then Sneed got sin-binned. 24-10. I will give Wire some credit. They only conceded one in that 10 minutes. They were down to 12. But it could have run away from them.
Yeah.
Could have run away from them. Toulouse, got to start better.
Yeah. But having some good starts. If they have a good start this week, then watch out.
Big time. Right. Hull KR Lee. Hull KR were giving 6.5. They travelled over to the Progress with Unity Stadium. And they won by 4. So Lee win the handicap on that. I think, did we all go Hull KR?
I think so. I think
that was another game that messed
everyone
up.
got wrong. I think so.
20 points to 16. Again, another case of a team being up 20 points to 6.
Yeah. Mikey
Lewis sin-bin just before half time for a professional foul.
Well, yeah, Mikey Lewis. Yeah.
Just before half time. I think you're trying to remember back now. But yeah, just before half time, so Warrington, Hull came out with 12 men for the first 10 minutes of the second half. Just a little bit too late. Tries in the 67th and 72nd minute for Lee.
It's a bit of a concern that he's getting sin-binned and leaving his team down 12. I know it's a professional foul and you feel like every half-back should have one of those in them. There's a bit of a concern that, like, if he's playing for England, I'm a bit worried he's going to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the trip. I can't believe it's gone unpunished. Yeah. I might have stole this from your news, Lewis.
No, he's got a track record, hasn't he?
Well, it's his second one of the season, and we're only 11 or 12 games in. He had one in the opening round, didn't he? But that was worse than this one, to be fair.
And he didn't get banned, and I wasn't surprised he didn't get banned because it was the local challenge the week after.
Yeah. This one wasn't as bad as that first one.
No. But it's another evidence of the same thing, and I know it definitely used to be an automatic red. I think that's gone.
Yeah.
But it's poor. It's really poor.
Yeah, not very professional, I suppose you could say.
Lee looking better, obviously, running this close. Obviously,
well, they had a great chance. Joe Burgess made a try saver when it was 20 points to 16. They would have been under the sticks and they would have been in front.
So there's obviously getting bodies back. They're going to be hard to beat. I'm going to show they can hang with the best of them once they've got the bit of fitness and people being healthy.
Yeah, they're now 4 points.
I think we always knew it was going to happen, didn't we? We knew once they got some bodies back, they'd be a force to be reckoned with again, and they could upset anybody on the day.
They'll make a tilt, but those top 6 that are currently the top 6 there, none of them will want to drop out to the playoff places. It's not like there's anybody there who's thinking giddy, like, ooh, look where we are. Those are all serious teams that should make the playoffs. And then you've got Lee, who you'd say were the same. So it's 7 to 6, really.
I was going to say, you're looking at that of the 1 to 6, Saints, Leeds, Wire, KR, Wakey and us.
Yeah.
Wakey.
I can't believe we're 6th, by the way. We only lost... How many games have we lost? 3. Lost 3 games and we're 6th.
Yeah, 4 games we've lost.
Oh, we lost 4.
Yeah. My point being is Wakey, you're probably thinking should be mid-table and looking to be around that 5, 6, 7
yeah.
mark. But the other 5 are all going to be aiming for the top 2 spots at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Leeds, Saints, Wire, KR and us should all be aiming for the top 2 spots. Catalan, realistically,
Should be aiming
2 or 3 years ago, were a top 3 team in this league, and their fall off needs to be measured. I do see, and this is a slightly different conversation, if you've got 14 teams and only 6 wins the playoffs, there's a lot going to miss out. I can see that playoffs being extended soon to a top 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need to go there.
I don't think we do, but I can see that.
We want games to matter.
And I do think, especially now this season, with a strong 8 to 9 teams in here, there are going to be a couple of teams who are going to be disappointed. Missing out. You know, in the past we've had teams who think, well, they get in, but they'll be happy just getting in. This year, there's going to be someone upset about missing out. Last game to cover, Bradford Hull. So the spread on this, Hull were travelling towards Hull, giving 8.5, and Bradford won the game outright, 16 points to 4.
Talk about a boring game.
It was penalty kickathon, wasn't it?
It was like I was watching rugby union.
Well, the first half was 6-4 to Bradford.
How many and they were all goal kicks.
All goal kicks. Wonga Blake scored with the first try in the second half to make it 10-4.
He gave it big licks, and Lewis said, "Why are you giving a big celebration? You scored the first try of the game, and you were hour in."
Yeah. So it's 10-10. Ethan Ryan for England.
Dear me.
Yeah. I actually don't know what to say for that.
I do.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking for England, no.
How many wingers would have to be injured?
Good question.
I'll let you do that in the break, Matty. I'll let you put your list of wingers together that would have to miss out.
Yeah.
And then, you know what you could do? You could go down and see whether Ethan Ryan is closer to being in the England squad or my level.
He's definitely closer than you.
He's definitely closer than me, but I think I might be closer to Ethan Ryan than Ethan Ryan is to the England setup.
You're definitely not, because no.
I do get that you've got to say for your mate, like, oh, he's playing really well at the moment. Don't come out with ridiculous shouts like that just make you look stupid. Like, yeah, I really don't get it.
It's a stupid comment.
Yeah. I should say Zakariek had a chance at goal.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. They tried to then throw the ball around a little bit, but didn't really get an opportunity to score again. Hull FC.
Put a kick in there, nobody raced after it. So
yeah, it was a bit of an offload.
They talked about Suplex City at the start of the show.
Yep.
Mr. Faden's brain explosion.
Let his team down big time, didn't
it? Was that was just so weird. That was just a weird 30 seconds or so.
You'd be furious if one of your forwards did that.
It was 10-10 after he went off. And I was down to 12 men for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
How much?
They would have won,
Exactly.
maybe, if they had him on.
They asked Andy Last about it after it, and I suppose it's one of those, what else can you say? Just went, yeah, that was just a brain explosion. Like, I have no idea what he's just done there.
And you know Andy Last is upset about that because he went the whole conversation without saying the word penetration, which is very unlike him.
Andy Last and his penetration. What a guy. So yeah, big 2 points.
Why was he coaching from somebody's bedroom as well, by the way? Is that where the coach's boxes are and also just somebody's back office?
It did look like that when I was watching the highlights before. It just panned to Andy Last. It did look like he was sat in somebody's bedroom, looking over the odds.
Should say, big win for Bradford.
Yeah.
Takes them to 4 wins for the season, tied with Hull and Castleford. Hull will be disappointed if they could have got 2 points. So they'd have actually been 7th on points difference.
You know Bradford outside back Guy Armitage?
The poem writer?
Yeah, the poet. They're called poets, poem writers. Like plane drivers are called poets.
I am not calling him a poet because he writes a couple of poems.
That's exactly what a poet does.
Right, I'll go and strum a guitar, right, and call myself an artist.
Anyway, Guy Armitage, the poet.
Why is he... Does he actually write
He actually does write
Is this a
poetry,
thing?
yeah, he does write poetry, yeah. he had quite a nice comment. He said that...
Shall I compare thee to an England winger?
He, anyway, said that his daughter had scored a try in the local park against no opposition. Something like Mike Seabor's tries.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was confused because there was no flame cannons. And when Bradford score, there's a flame cannon.
Nice.
And I just thought that was cool. That was quite sweet.
When you started talking, then I thought you were going to say that, like, he said you went into touch, put flag up and like...
No, he didn't rule it out.
No.
He didn't rule it out. He said it was a good try, but there was no one marking her. So again, like Mike Seabor, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to finish that. What do you make of Hull?
What do I make of them? They keep getting in their own way.
It is the definition of one step forward, one step
They
back.
can't get out of their own way. They can't do anything for tripping over themselves. And if they were in a film, it would be a slapstick comedy because they keep hitting themselves in the face with a rake every time they step on it, and they keep falling and accidentally shooting themselves in the foot when they're doing target practice. They are just that as a team, aren't they? Or as a club.
Yeah.
They keep every time they do something good, it doesn't last. Every time they have a good player, he gets injured.
Seem a bit like in that cast situation, don't they? Like they're just waiting for next season, McNamara to come in and go from there.
It was this afternoon that I saw an FC fan talking about his squad for next year.
Yeah.
He should leave, blah, blah, blah.
That's when you know you've...
In round 11.
In round 11, that's
Round
when you know
11's
you...
done.
Yeah.
And again, I want to make that clear. If they win today, if they win this game, the 7th, 4 points behind the top 6, it's only a bit different. And
But they've now lost to all 3 promoted teams.
yeah. I am just... something spotted my eye, caught my eye here. I just want to mention it. Look at the points difference. And that's always gets brought up. And will they ever go to points difference? And how close will it be?
Did 1 year.
The top 6 are all positive. Everyone outside of the playoffs is negative. Some of them by 170. But all the top 6 are plus 100 or more, except Saints, who are top, are plus 58.
And they don't even have... Well, they have that Craven Park episode, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I forgot about that. The big 40-point
Well, they got
loss.
smoked.
But I just find it really interesting, that. Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Any more points on the season so far?
No,
11 games in.
it's an interesting season again.
It is a lot of inconsistency. You don't know what you're going to get from Cash, you don't know what you're going to get from Catalans.
Huddersfield.
You don't know what you're going to get from Huddersfield, Hull. Like, do you know what I mean? A lot of...
All 3 promoted teams could win any game, you feel like. They've all played well in big games and all played terribly in others.
I think you should say that with the top 6 as well. All the top 6 have
Could lose to
performance
Yeah.
and not shown up at times in this season.
The season's all over, there's still all to play for.
Yeah.
Very much so. Right, we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with the news.
Time for the news, gentlemen. First up, we have John Cartwright is back in the game.
Yeah.
Back in the game. Catalans. He's off to the south of France.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that a long-term appointment or?
No, it's just the end of the year. I knew the answer to that.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a strange one. They'll probably see how he goes, but I'm happy for Cartwright. Obviously, we talked about when he left Hull FC in very
Does this mean
dubious circumstances.
that his
we should call it.
Hull FC payoff, if he had one, is now gone?
No.
Or do we not work like that in this country?
No.
But yeah, fair play to you. That doesn't obviously if you can bring some consistency to Catalan for the remainder of this season.
But if you
That's what
bring
we
some
need.
consistency to Catalan for the remainder of the season, maybe he is the greatest Super League coach of all time.
Yeah.
It's in the conversation.
You bring an interim. So Ryan Sheridan's been their interim.
Yeah.
So you brought in an interim.
But Ryan Sheridan's always been the assistant, hasn't he?
He's
Wherever
an
he's been the assistant.
But you brought an interim in after having McAlorum, Mitch Pearce, I think you do it.
Joel.
Well, it was Joel and then them two took over and then Ryan Sheridan took over. and then bringing an interim in.
It's a weird situation.
It's got a lot of caretakers.
Yeah.
It's a weird situation. We're actually going to sign a head coach and long term and get some actual consistency in the club.
Because again, it does
long-term
feel
plan.
like you're getting John Cartwright in for the rest of this season just because he's a safe pair of hands.
What if he wins his next 4?
I don't think there's much danger of that.
If he wins his next 4, my point is there is a certain level of performance that they can put in that might get in the job. But you're only appointing until the end of the season, so you must have someone else in mind to take over till the end of the season.
But he's a safe pair of hands, isn't it? That's why they put him in charge. And then that's another club waiting for next year.
Yeah.
So they must have a lineup of someone who's in 2026.
Yeah.
Unless John Cartwright only fancies a year.
Maybe he does, yeah. You don't know, do you?
Next piece of news, been rumoured for a while, but believes been confirmed this week. Croft to wire. So his time at Leeds.
The rumour is still to wire. I think
he's confirmed he's leaving.
He's confirmed he's leaving Leeds to take up another opportunity. That's apparently not about the money. Read into that what you will.
It can't be about the money, because Wire can't offer him that much more.
Bet they can.
He must be on. He's on mega money at Leeds.
Williams is leaving. Williams will be on. Will Williams be on Mullen? I heard he's on 350,000 at Leeds, which is Paul Vaughan plus
a garage,
an extension,
and you're out the back garden done well.
En suite,
brand new kitchen.
Yeah, so that's a fair price, for Brodycroft. Warrington can pay more than that. Williams is going.
I don't think he's got the money, but he must be the marquee at Leeds. Leeds aren't short of money.
Yes, he'll be a marquee.
So my point is, it's not like Leeds couldn't go and offer him $1 million if they wanted to.
There's talk that he never moved house when he left to go to Leeds from Salford. And so he's never fully committed to Leeds. Now, I think he has because his effort for Leeds, and you can tell he cares when he plays.
Yeah.
But maybe he just didn't want to commute that far. Quite a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just...
Manchester to Leeds every day.
How long would that be? I'm just putting it in a map while we're talking about it.
You want to go on M62 every single time with your ears popping and going past that house, and
it's an hour.
Every time you go past that house, someone tells you about the backstory of it, and then
you're not driving with someone.
Well, you never know, it might be.
It's still 40 minutes to Warrington, an hour to Leeds from centre of Manchester.
Yeah.
You're not saving loads of time, are you?
You're saving petrol.
I think he obviously wants a change, which is fair enough.
Yeah, he probably does.
Warrington have got a player going into his best years. They talk about half-backs prime. He's 28. It's a great time for him.
I think it's good business, by the way. Williams is going. Fantastic replacement.
It's a good replacement, yeah.
We've talked about Brodycroft now, how much we rate him on this podcast, so we've got to talk about how much we rate George Williams as well, but
I just think there's a bit more to it than just money, me.
Who's going to be his partner? Who did we say last week we should get? Oh yeah, Jake Clifford.
I think, well look, I don't know if it's going to be his partner, but I think it's very good for young Ewan Owen to be learning off Brodycroft. And done it in the NRL, done it in Super League. I don't think he's a bad person to learn from and take things from.
I think Warrington are in a little bit of a tricky situation here. Because Ewan Owen's 19. You know, right, is he 19?
He's the same sort of age as Jack Ferriman.
Are you going to be able to get anyone for a year or two? Well, basically...
Mark Sneed?
I think he's gone, me. I think Sneed's gone.
Nah. Mark Sneed give you 12 more months. You don't need to be 12 more months. It needs to be Tim Smith and Sam Tompkins if he's that good, you and Owen, as we keep getting told he is. It needs to be till about this time of the season. You start bleeding him in then.
I think
you just need to protect him from that start. Basically, after the Challenge Cup final.
I think it's a really difficult situation, though. But then you back in you and Irwin to come and boss aside as a number 7.
That's his job.
All right, Roy.
That's his job. If he wants to be a scrum half in Super League, that's his job.
It's different doing it at 20.
Well, I
know.
know.
Harry Smith at 20.
I know, but if he's going to be a scrum half in Super League, he's got to do it at some point, and he can't just.
Harry Smith wasn't doing it at 20.
Yeah, but he had the goal, didn't he? He had a goal.
And we talked about the pressure that.
If he never had a goal, like Josh Woods, for example, he never really had a goal.
I just think
Jake Shorrock's never had a go.
You're in a very difficult situation here of getting him enough game time.
If he's good enough, give him a go. Give him a go.
I don't know, mate.
Bet this time next year.
I think it's going to cause more problems.
Time will tell, but I think, isn't it, again, for Crawford Williams isn't a bad switcheroo.
No.
A bad replacement. Vegas. People are talking about Vegas. I was been reading, I thought it was only St. Helens who rejected Vegas, but I've just seen an all I would believe actually Hull FC turned it down as well.
It was maybe them two, I think. St. Helens against Hull FC. Well, that was a rumour.
Yeah, and apparently the chairman came out and said it's just not the right time for the club to embark on that or whatever.
Would you want to go if you're finishing 7th, 8th? You want to go when there's a feel good factor in there.
I think it depends.
It's early season though, isn't it?
So when we think about Vegas, the point of it, like, what are we doing? Is it a case of we're taking turns and letting clubs and fans experience it? Or is it a case of you earn the right to play at Vegas and go and play on that spectacle or whatever? Because then that would, do you know what I mean? It's a bit...
When you look at the NRL teams,
You just keep swapping the 4 teams that have already been there.
But that's not. So obviously the NRL are giving everyone a go, but you do know any of them can turn up and put points on, and
they've got big fan bases.
They've all got big fan bases.
If you were doing it like that, you got right. Wigan and Warrington first year, fine. Leeds and Hull KR second year. Right, next time it's going to be Wigan and Leeds, and it's going to be Hull KR and Warrington. Oh, we've run out now. Do you still not want to come Saints? Do you still not want to come Hull FC? Like, you'd be begging them 2 teams to make it so it's not just them 4.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I suppose it's what you're trying to achieve in Vegas.
I do wonder, could you have been, not us personally, but been clever and actually Hull and Hull go?
No. I think I think you had to send Wigan and Warrington. It wouldn't have worked with anybody else.
I get that
except maybe Wigan and Hull KR. And then I think once that is a success, well, a small success albeit, once that's a small success, you've got to send Leeds and Hull KR next. I think you have to.
I just think
you can't send Leeds and Bradford then, or Hull and Hull KR. You have to send Leeds and Bradford next. Leeds and Hull KR next. You have to. That's your next 2 biggest clubs. You've got to get the first couple big.
Leeds Saints would have been a fine game.
Saints don't want to go?
The Saints don't want to go. I don't get why you wouldn't want to go. Well, I've got my own opinion on that, and I'm not putting that on here.
Well, it's been kind of confirmed.
Lee and Bradford are going next time.
That's
the confirmation. Lee and Bradford are going next time.
Didn't Derek openly say that they wouldn't go?
Yeah, because it's not a place for a family to visit, and
rugby league getting it for free because the NRL are apparently going to pay the covers of this because they want Super League there, and Bradford and Lee are going to possibly get the benefits of getting it for free. So good to have morals until you get something for free and then change your opinion because you want to go now.
Well, he's going, isn't he? Leopard print all over Vegas next year. They'll release a new strip that's all. It'll be garish, whatever it is. It'll be ridiculous.
USA flag coloured leopard print.
There'll be something.
Something like that.
There'll be
something weird in it.
It'll be got the Statue of Liberty on it and
something weak and
it'll be the American flag. You know how they do like the eagle ripping through it?
Yeah.
There'll be a leopard running out through it.
That would not go down well with Americans.
No.
Maybe it will be like leopard print and then it's just a picture of Caesar's palace. Or like MGM.
Like, just jabbing the flag into the ground.
It can't be as bad as that one that had the actual leopard backside on that time. I know they got rid of that eventually, but it'll never be that bad.
Yeah. It's going to give the Aussies a shock, innit? You go over there and go, what the
leopard print. Who's the Lee Lepers?
It's going to be...
Leper colony. What's going on with it? Named after a leper colony? Oh, leopards.
Next one, Lockie Miller. Banned for 3 games.
Yeah.
Reading up, they're going to try and appeal.
They failed. They failed it.
It's failed it. Yeah. So they did appeal and it's failed. Then there you go.
He's added 5 extra points, same as Havard, so he'll be nearing the ban again.
It's weird. It was that again rule, making contact with an injured player.
And I don't want to be funny. He's on the floor. He goes one way and then goes back into him and runs over him.
Trying to buy a penalty.
Stupid.
Yeah, he broke the rules. He got punished. Same as Harry Smith. Harry Smith broke the rules and got punished. You don't get sent off for that in a game. You don't even get a penalty away. But you get punished for it retrospectively.
Yeah.
Which is the right thing.
Do you prefer the Harry Smith one?
I still don't think it's.
It wasn't that injured, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Kicked Liam Marshall.
No.
That's not what the rules brought in. It was brought in to
And then
protect
played
players
two
who
better.
actually had like necking to make sure you didn't touch them or whatever. And now it's like, I don't know. You look to get into a black and white and rather than look at it as context bearing. But we'll end up talking about it for an hour. Confirmed after the Saints game, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pete confirmed that Miski won't be featuring due to salary cap restrictions.
I can't remember when exactly he
I
said
was going to say, I think was it after the Saints game? I think it was after
That's
the
been
Saints game.
actually after the Leeds game.
Can't remember which one it
Because
was.
he played for the reserves he played 40 minutes for the reserves on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been confirmed anyway due to salary cap restrictions.
Yeah, interesting one, that, because you'd imagine he was on our top 25 at the start of the year. Obviously, it's a live cap week to week, so he won't have counted towards any of the games so far. He's still being paid. For all the idiots on Twitter who don't understand how contract law works, he still gets paid. But he's not registered on the cap, and we've had a lot of players make their second Super League appearance. And once you make your second Super League appearance, it triggers an increase in the wage on the cap. So
Probably a lot to play with that, not expecting Noah to play so many games.
yeah,
We had debuted a couple, Sambu's played 2. Kerr. Looking at who's going to be brought in to play this week.
McDermott. Yeah, so that was one thing that Salford had going against them last year, isn't it? That they had to bring in all those weak loans because they'd played all the youngsters against St Helens in the first round.
And they couldn't replay
And they couldn't replay them because they would then be hitting that 2-game threshold. So, yeah, it's a sad end, really, to what has been a pretty glittering Wigan career, starting in a very terrible circumstance away at Toulouse with those 2 drop balls and finishing. I would say the highlight for him was scoring the try in the World Club Challenge.
Yeah,
in
top try scorer in
2024.
23.
Yes, he was top try scorer. He was Players Player of the Year and Fans Player of the Year in 2023.
I've seen a lot of comments about him obviously getting a 4-year deal and things like that after that 23 season. I think a lot of that is just hindsight.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
If he doesn't pick up he had 2 shocking knee injuries or whatnot.
Yeah.
If he doesn't pick that up, he's still starting on the wing for us today. Like,
Yeah.
Zach Eckersley doesn't become the winger that he is already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brought the salary cap into. There's a bit of a discourse discussion happening around here, isn't there? Around young talent, trying to keep them, and
if you can't afford to bring through the likes of Noah Hodkinson, Zach Eckersley to a lesser extent, Jack Farrimond, like these are still young guys. But if you can't bring those 3 through,
And then keep them.
and you've just brought through Junior Nasemba, and before that Brad O'Neill and Harry Smith and Liam Marshall, like and all your forwards. But I think more just recently, if you can't afford to bring through Noah Hodkinson and Jack Farrimond, and you're thinking already about George Marsden, like Radlinski said to us, didn't he? When you sat down with Radlinski, he said, "I'm really pleased Zach Eckersley scored away at London for him and his family, but I was already thinking that's going to cost me a load more money on the salary cap. Can I fit him in?" If you're struggling to fit these young players in, and you've got a squad of 25, 26, the salary cap's too low. And I know people are going to point to the fact that we're top heavy because we've paid our stars, but that's what the marquee rule's for.
yeah,
So French and Field and Smith, or French and Thompson, Smith, whoever it is.
I actually listened to the Back 10 podcast this week.
Yeah, Danny Maguire was talking about. Was that on the Back 10?
Was it the Back 10? There was someone one of the guests with Kyle Amon, I can't think who it was.
Danny Meggs. He was talking about they won't be able to keep all the young players, and that's a shame.
Yeah. There was someone else from Leeds on today, I think it was.
Keith Senior's been
Senior, sorry. Senior, that was it. And he was saying that Leeds were able to have their golden years because all them lads took unders to stay, and Wigan are doing it right because Farrimond will probably take unders to stay at Wigan, and Noah will, and Harry Smith will, and all the lads that they develop probably take a little bit unders. to stay at Wigan because they're a Wigan lad, they're academy products. And the first thing I started to think was, why do you not reward that? Why do you not allow, even if it was 10% of the contract?
We're putting Harvey Hill and Liam Byrne
into
the starting lineups for 2 other clubs because we can't afford to keep them
on the cap.
And so
you're punishing Wigan for producing quality academy players who warrant that money.
But it's not just that. It's not exactly punishing them for it. I don't think it is punishing them for it. I think it's just not punishing other clubs for failing to do that. I think it's more, if I look at it from that lens, why would you try and develop young talent if you could just poach it from Wigan anyway?
Yeah.
Or St Helens or Leeds.
But imagine if Wigan turned around and said, right, we're going to put our focus on just producing 2 players from each group.
Yeah, you could do that. That's football teams do that all the time.
We'll pick the best 2. And then what? They don't make it. We're not bothered.
We're not developing you. They're just going to play around you.
A back and a forward. It would. Really
and do you know what? If we want Brad O'Neill to have a week off, we'll go and sign Bill Leyland for a week.
Identity.
Yeah, that's lost. That would lose our identity.
But there just has to be something. Why players that are on one club, men, you should get a little bit off your contract. Again, it's 10%. You're at a club for 10 years. You get 15% off.
But also all this is just a workaround.
Just increasing the cap.
Just increase the cap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of our contracts have been given out with a view to the cap increasing as we were told it would. And it hasn't done because there were a few Super League owners that spat the dummy out and it didn't increase. I think at some point you've got to increase it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we just will not be able to produce these players. We won't be able to produce these talented players, and then the player pool will be...
I keep wondering why the best players go to NRL.
Oh, well, yeah, they already do, but... Yeah.
I just...
It must be frustrating. Like, if you're Shane Eccles and you're the head of youth, or you're Matty Peake, you're trying to develop these young players, bring them into your team...
But you can't give them game time.
But you can't keep... And then you've got to lose...
You can't give them game time. You can't give them money when they deserve it. And then you're saying, actually, I've played a good couple of games now. I feel like pay rise is due. And you're going, I completely agree with you, but I can't afford it. So if you want it, you're going to have to...
And it's automatically triggered as well. Yeah. But also, like, you're then having to lose somebody like Abbas Miski, who is presumably a decent, valuable member of your squad. He's your backup winger. And he'll not be on mega money.
No.
But you're going to have to lose him because of that. And then your team is all of a sudden a bit lighter. Like, it's a bit of a vicious cycle then, isn't it?
And don't get me wrong, you have to be cutthroat at the end. Like, as players come to the end of contracts, you do have to be cutthroat to keep your squad fresh. And I do get that. And I get that it stops us hoarding so many players. But there has to be something. Why are players under the age of 21 counted on your cap? Why? They're not. If you're eligible to win Young Player of the Year, why are they counted on your cap?
True.
And there is always going to be that, isn't there, where he said at the end of contracts, at the end of careers, like natural progression often sees people leave, and before they retire, they go and do a couple of years at maybe a lesser club and gives them the experience. You're looking at Paul Vaughan at York, you look at Ashton Sims at Toronto, for example. I'm sure if Wallace wants to go for another 2 years and Saints, we can't really, but you can go and do a job and try and help out a lesser team. You know what I mean? Like, that will always happen. Yeah, it just seems very strange to me when you're producing good players and, like you say, getting punished for it because you can't afford to keep them, paying what they're owed, so then you end up they end up going somewhere else. And what point of producing them?
And your top teams have to have poor years because they'd have to release them to build up other contracts.
Well, there'll be a few teams making a shopping list on Thursday, I'll tell you that. If you look at the last few years, well, not even just the last few years, the last few decades, if you look at where the majority of Super League players have come from, or which academy the majority of Super League players have come from, we've named 17 academy products in the 21. Okay, I've got 3 of ours as well.
I was going to say, can I just interrupt that? Because Bilko's put a really good tweet out, and I'm going to give all the credit to Bilko for this. It's worth noting, Wigan made 15 changes at Hull KR back in August 2022, when we played them on Bank Holiday Monday after the Saints derby win.
Do you know who the ones in that weren't changed?
Who?
Mago and Partington were 2 of them.
Well, I'm going to read here. It said Junior in December, Harvey Hill, Zach Eckersley and Tom Forbert made debuts that night. And we also saw Havard, Hanley, McDonnell and Partington play. This has happened before. And I have no problems doing it. I thought we would do it. But we will see the emergence of someone from this game.
Well, there'll be a future star in this game.
Yeah.
And there's a current star, probably, with if Eckersley or Junior plays, or Farrimond. But yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's the right thing to do. I think you can go to Craven Park and lose anyway. Last time we went full strength, we missed Adam Kieran and Tyler Dupree for the final. Don't want to do that. So yeah, I agree. Rest everybody. Keep your powder dry. I don't care about dropping 2 points in the league. I really don't care about that at all. And I don't mean I don't care. You know, I'm not that I don't care about being 6 points off the top spot, whatever. But I'd rather have everybody for next week.
I think it's the right decision. No matter what happens, we could.
You know how stressful it is now with head knocks as well.
I don't want to
mandatory 11 days
put it, manifest it into the atmosphere, but if we lose both games, I still think it's the right decision.
Yeah, I agree.
People go, it's not. Well, look, it didn't work. It's actually doesn't mean it wasn't the right decision.
And
we could have
lost anyway.
And lost anyway.
Yeah.
Full strength in 24, and we lost Adam Kieran and Tyler Dupree, and I think we nearly lost someone to injury.
Nearly lost the game. We nearly lost the game. And
I just head knocks are even tighter nowadays than they were 2 years ago.
And people are saying that it never ends well.
We've rested players
before the 2022 Challenge Cup final.
But we've rested players and won games. We've rested players and lost games. We've gone full strength and lost games. We've gone full strength and won games.
Yeah.
There is no correlation. No.
I know a correlation. If Matty Pete thinks it's the right call, so do I.
Yeah.
There's the correlation.
Yeah.
Right, last piece of news, gents. Cass, been in the market for some players.
They've been wheeling and dealing.
Netto, but
So where have they got these signs from? Not Netto.
And I know where they got Damien Cook from. That's Marks and Spencer's, baby. That's a very expensive signing. That's a prime Wagyu. It's a bit old, a bit past it.
I was going to say, is that on
a matured?
It's prime Australian Wagyu, 30-day mature, but you're getting it after 34 days.
Are you getting it on clearance?
Yeah, it's got a yellow sticker.
It's yellow sticker.
It's definitely a yellow sticker, but it's still.
Tell we don't shop at Marks and Spencer's.
Do they do yellow stickers at Marks and Spencer's? I don't know.
I've also got Dave signed an outside back, Matt, I want to say Fagai.
Yeah, I know what shop they've signed him from as well. Some random shop that you
outside
never
back, centre, winger, 25. Don't know much about him.
I don't know anything about him at all.
I don't know if I pronounced his name wrong. I'm going Fagai, but
that says enough, doesn't it? That we've never heard of him. We've heard of him a little bit, but not enough that we know his name. His highlight reel that Cass put out, another brilliant one, a minute clip. The first 34 seconds, 35 seconds were him just celebrating.
I don't know why you even bring up highlight reels anymore. We've peaked with Billy Magoulias.
You know what I mean? Like,
the worst highlight reel.
The guy with the crap highlight.
But as a winger though, if your first highlight is that you're diving in the corner and scoring one, and it's just you celebrating, and then a couple of regulation pickups and put down, like.
Well, you got to celebrate.
Does everyone need a highlight reel? Like, do you have to announce every signing with a highlight reel?
Beats a clip from Benidorm. That one.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Who's that for?
Yeah, big lad. Was it? What's his name? Sammy Kabula.
Sammy Kabula.
He's a big boy.
What highlight videos would you show if you signed Jordan Desiree?
That 1 minute. I just put the whole minute of
the
him.
low light.
I keep seeing Luke Keary do NRL podcasts, and I'm waiting for one day when he breaks down about that moment.
When he had to pat Jordan Desiree on the back.
Because he just looks so upset.
If you were doing a minute clip to try and hype your fans up about Danny Richardson,
that's quite a turnstile.
No, because what I think is your fans would be less angry if you had a minute of him talking about conspiracy theories and 5G and chemtrails than if you put him trying to defend on the clips.
Definitely not him defending.
That's the news, gentlemen.
Yeah. Right, the eye catchers then from down under. It's the Origin week
It is.
You know, May half term usually means Origin week, and it does again this week. So next Wednesday, a week today, if you listen to us on release day, it is State of Origin Game 1. A very, very different Origin. Both the teams have gone for very different sides. I feel like for a long time they were very settled. You kind of knew what you were going to get, particularly in the spine. You knew that the Blues were going to go Edwards. You were going to have Luai and Cleary. And you were going to have Isaiah Yo at 13. And then the Queensland were going to probably come away with Reece Walsh, maybe. Munster's definitely in
Tommy
the halves with Tommy Dearden, Ben Hunt at 9. Well, DCE for a long time, then Tom Dearden. Ben Hunt at 9 and Paddy Carrigan at 13. Whereas I know some of those are still in there, but there's been a lot of changes, I think. I think probably the biggest change for me with the Blues is that Mitch Moses is getting a go.
Moses, I'm going to be honest, Moses just screams Origin to me. I watch him play and I just think...
Don't you think it's time for Nathan to...
dominate one?
Yeah.
That's the only asterisk next to his career.
Yeah.
And a World Cup Challenge win. But
Yeah,
just drop that one in there.
World Cup Challenge, but yeah.
A couple of ins, I should say, and it's been interesting. There's been a lot of talk about how the game's going to be reffed. Is it going to be reffed like an Origin game, or is it going to be reffed like...
Well, you'll never guess who's going to ref it. Literally, you can have so many guesses, and you will not guess who's going to ref Origin 1. You'll never guess it.
It's not Ashley Clark.
It's like, you guessed it in 1. Because he refs every Origin game ever. He's been reffing since, 2005. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I should say, this is the extended bench. 6 players. They normally name 18, don't they? They've named 20 with a 20th man for HIA protocol, or if someone drops out before the game. Ethan Strange on the bench.
So can you bring all these 6 players onto the bench?
You can only bring 4 on. There's 6 on the bench, but you can only use 4.
I disagree with that. If you put them on the bench, you should be able to bring them on. Same number of subs, but you should be able to bring them on.
The idea is that it's there for cover if you pick up an injury, but actually it's about...
So you still have to save one of your spots then, so it's no better than having a 4-man bench.
But yeah, Victor Radley in for the Blues. I think he's such an Origin player.
Yeah.
I think he's a great player to have on the bench. But I like what the Blues have done. They've got options off the bench. They've got Blake Brayley, Ethan Strange, Casey McLean, all players that are going to do something different and bring something different to that side.
I'm interested with that front row. I'm really interested because especially when I look at the bench, Victor is going to play where?
Can Maria play prop?
You reckon?
He'll have to. Victor Radley will have to play as a forward.
You've got Saifiti who is...
he can play back row as well.
He's not a big minutes prop. You've got Victor in there. You've got your bench 9, Blake Brayley. You're asking AFB to do an awful lot there. So I am interested to see how that front row goes.
Yeah, they have developed a little bit smaller packs.
I'm a big fan of Blake Brayley though. I'm glad to see you get it right. I want to see him play well.
One thing I do want to say, did you see Laurie Daly's press conference to announce this squad?
No.
It was just like done on a balcony.
Yeah.
And he got McLean's name wrong, calling him a crowd, a player that Laurie Daly used to play with. He just looks so unprofessional. And then you compare that to the Queensland side, who Billy was in front of all the sponsors, a big press conference.
Is that Queensland spirit?
Queenslander.
Do you know it's worth 10 points a game?
There's just something there.
All right, big change for Queensland is that Kalen Ponga's in at fullback. I also saw Herbie interviewed. Herbie missed the cut-off by 12 months. If he'd have left for Australia 12 months earlier, he could play Origin.
The big conversation was Ponga was going to play 7 alongside Munster and was Reece Walsh going to stay at full-back. They've gone for Ponga at full-back. Sam Walker debuting.
Yeah.
A couple more. Hammer staying in the centres. No Shibasaki. He's on the extended bench. I'm just looking at all the players that are debuting for here. Jojo Fafita.
So they've got Hammer and Robert Toyer, have they, in the centres?
Hammer and Robert Toyer in the centres, Cobo and Fafita on the wings.
Okay. Okay.
Then pretty much everything else runs as you would expect.
Strange not to have Valentine Holmes. It's going to feel like empty, not watching him kick goals.
That was the last Origin that didn't
gorgeous.
have a Dane Gow guy
Yeah.
or
Valentine Holmes.
Val Holmes in one of the positions. But like I said, a couple of changes there. Max Plath starting at 13 on debut.
Yeah. England eligible, Max Plath.
Britton Nyakora on the bench. Collins, Carrigan, Trent Earl. That's a very different bench.
Big bench. Big bench there.
They've also got Ezra Mam, Shibasaki.
I love Lindsay Collins. When he comes off the bench, look at the impact he makes.
He will outjump a fullback.
No, but
For a
I don't
shift.
care about that. Just look at the impact he makes
no.
when he comes off the bench as a forward, and then look at the forwards that New South Wales bring on. Queensland got a much bigger bench. Much more conventional bench.
Yeah, and I am just looking and thinking, you know, if they do pick up an injury in the outside backs, let's say a winger goes down, Hammer can play on the wing, Shibasaki in. Like, they've got so many options.
I'd
there.
feel confident with Hammer playing any position on the field, including prop.
I love him, mate.
He's incredible. He's just an athlete. An athlete, as you would say.
And can I say something? I'm just thinking about the biggest part of all this. Munster as captain. I know he struggled. I know he's not been good this year, but Munster on that Origin stage, he loves Queensland. And he loves just turning up when it matters.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am looking forward to it. I always do. It's the best. Origin's the best.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Good spectacle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a big
I hope it's ref like Origin.
event.
I hope they don't ref it like the NRL. I hope they ref it like Origin.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Apparently both coaches did ask.
Not
Both
up to
tried to
them.
speak
It's
to
not
them.
up to them.
They've both spoken to the NRL and the officials. Are you going to ref it like Origin or are you going to ref it like an NRL game?
But yeah, it's not up to them.
One thing that did catch my eye, I think it missed your news, the Luke Metcalf situation.
Oh yeah, Luke Metcalf's going to the Dragons.
So Luke Metcalf came into the Warriors team last year.
Oh, it's so disappointing because the whole up the wires thing. And Luke Metcalf was so good, Iceman
He took over
from Sean Johnston, and Johnston
The
he'd
prodigal son,
been his
really.
protege as well for so long. And Johnson was like, "This is my guy. This is my man. I've played with him for so long. He's been the 6 and I've been the 7. He's ready to be the 7. This is my guy. Warriors fans, this is the man. Get behind him."
Well, this is what was sort of throwing me off today because I've seen a lot of interviews. He's only played 43 NRL games.
Yeah.
And he's going to the Dragons on a 3-year deal, reportedly $900,000 a year.
That's cheap for a half. Particularly one who lit up the league last year.
Yeah.
And well, wait till Ethan Strange's next contract comes up.
But
Because that's going to have a lot of zeros on it.
it was about, how many games did he play last year before his ACL? 12, 13 games?
Yeah, and
Did
he
he
was
say so?
Dally M winner up for those 10 or 12 games.
Tanner Boyd's took his place. He's
Doing well.
set the world
He's
on
just-
fire. Really, really thought of highly.
Uh,
There. And
Chanel.
now he's just done his ACL.
Chanel Harris-Tavita's playing 6.
Yeah.
To
Tanya Maria?
Tamari Martin.
Tamari Martin, sorry.
Tamari Martin.
You've got some options there.
Mm.
I think that's everything though.
Yep.
Seems that way. Be a good night. It'll be nice, like you say, May half term, so we'll actually be able to watch game 1.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how youngsters go on Thursday.
I can't wait.
Give them a go.
They couldn't go there.
Imagine if they did.
They just might.
Can't wait. Right, that's it, Lewis. Thank you for coming on. And we'll see you next week.
See you soon.